Hi friends, it is Tanya with Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot. It's Tuesday, June 21st, so it is the first day of summer, and I have lots to share with you today and a fun little card featuring the He's the Man Sweet products. So hopefully, if you're not watching live, you're catching a replay either on Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot on Facebook or on my YouTube channel, Tanya Reed, which my son informed me I need to change the name of that. But I wanted to touch base on a few things that are happening starting today and or happening just today before I start stamping. So if you're joining me live or watching a replay, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, make sure you say hi. I love to see who's been watching and catch up if I can with you. Again, it's the first day of summer, so summer solstice was at 5:15 this morning, I think, officially. So not even the first full day of summer, because of course that would have been midnight if it was that. So it looks like tomorrow will be the first full day of summer. But either way, there's lots of exciting things happening today and through this summer. So for me, just a reminder that my kids are off of school now. And so the July Facebook Lives for Let's Do Lunch will be adjusted. Actually, the first one, which would be July 5th, which I normally do them on Tuesdays at lunchtime, will be on vacation, a little family getaway to the lake. So that one, I won't have one. And then the next 3 Tuesdays, my kids have camps, and I know that around noon I will be doing pickup and shuttling. So I'll have to make some adjustments. I will know as we get closer to those when I'll do it, if I'll do it before lunch or a late lunch. We'll see. But I will still be doing Facebook Lives, except for the week of July 4th. I will be doing Facebook Lives each week in July, and so stay tuned for that. And then of course going into August as well, to keep stamping with you once a week at least, here on Facebook Live, or if you're watching a replay on YouTube. So I hope you get inspired and spend some time stamping this summer and creating. Maybe you're not a full-on stamper yet, but maybe you do other crafts. A lot of people tend to do them in the fall and winter, but summer's a great time too, especially when you have a rainy day or a really, really hot day and it's just too much to be outside. Crafting is a great way to utilize that time and still feel productive and creative. So I encourage you all to find something to get crafty with this summer, even if it's a project that lasts the whole summer. So all right, so let me go over a few things with you, and I'm gonna flip my phone down now because I have lots of little things to share and show you. Here we go. So I'm covering up, and again, if you are watching, I do have my computer in front of me pulled up so I can see live comments now. And so, yeah. All right, so here we go. Let's adjust a little bit of light. And hopefully you can see my desktop now and some paperwork for the moment. So currently our annual catalog is in effect, of course. Oh, you can see my project stuff. Let me move that over just a bit. But the annual catalog is in effect and started, of course, in May. So we're in month 2 of the annual catalog. So lots of fun new products to play with in this catalog. I'll be sharing some of the products out of here on my project today, and so that'll be something fun to share with you. Again, He's the Man's suite of products. So I have an ordering host code open, and if you go to tanyareed.stampinup.net, that's my website, and you can see all kinds of things there, including a shopping place. There's also a place to learn more about joining the Sweet Tea Stampers team. And of course my events. So I loaded in all of my events except Facebook Lives. I loaded those in all the way through July, so you can easily check there and RSVP right there at the website. Of course, some of the same things are listed here on the Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot Facebook page. But if you like to go on the website, there's some more information and details there, and it's easily found in the calendar for all my events coming up. So, and then I have a host code that's open for June, and that's CF6VPQF3. So if you're ordering less than $100, that would be the host code to use. And if you're ordering more than $100, two things you need to either consider: getting the starter kit and joining and being a demonstrator to get your own discount. Everybody starts out with 20%. And if you're spending closer to $150, you're going to want to use your own workshop to get your Stampin' rewards as part of your order for that. So hello, I see someone has joined me. Hi, Sherry. I think I saw you might be joining us in July. I think I saw you post that. Maybe, hopefully that was true and not like an oopsie, but I hope you can join us here in the studio in July. All right, so for the month of June, we've been having a BOGO 50% off promotion on our kits collection. So these kits collections cannot be found in a catalog of any of ours, but you go online. Again, you can go to tanyareed.stampinup.net and click on Shop Now and search Kits Collection, and these are all buy one get one 50% off for the whole month of June. So easily you can buy two for yourself, you can buy one for you and a friend as it suggests. And the other cool thing about it is that the 50% off one is actually the most expensive one when you're ordering online, or actually placing an order with me directly too. The more expensive one is going to be the one that's half off. The retail price of the kits range from $12 to $25. So you can mix and match. You don't have to get the same two kits, but that sale again is, we got about 9 days left for this sale. The other thing that's happening in the month of June is that this catalog is retiring, the mini catalog that ran January through June, and the items that are retiring are while supplies last. So several things have sold out. Some of them, of course, did carry into the big catalog, so you can still get them through April of next year at least. But anything that's not carried into the new catalog is retiring and will be while supplies last. So that's through the month of June as well. And then today is a special day because Stampin' Up! Is giving us free shipping to welcome summer. So all orders placed today, either on my website or directly with me, they have to be at least a $75 order, but they will all receive free shipping with your orders of $75 or more. I'm getting all tongue-tied here. So again, today, June 21st, free shipping on orders that are $75 or more. And you can place your order directly online with me, or you can reach out to me. It would just reach out to me and I can help you place an order. I will be available until 9 p.m. Eastern time to help with any orders that you can't do online by yourself. And free shipping is always fun because that saves you 11%. Because shipping is now 11% on your order. So that's going to be over $8 free there and no shipping there. All right. So the other thing that I am introducing for myself and my customers is a sweet Stampin' summer promotion. And so I've got a little bucket here. And currently the bucket is empty because the promotion just starts today. And throughout the summer, I'm going to be filling this bucket with lots of tickets for prizes. So here's how it works. If you're on my email list, I did send out an email yesterday detailing this promotion. It begins today, the beginning of summer, and runs until the unofficial end of summer, which is September 5th. And so basically what I'm doing is that you get to earn tickets all summer long, and all the tickets will go in the bucket. And then we'll be drawing tickets the week of September 6th. And for me, that's the week my kids go back to school. So that means my schedule will change again. And the tickets will be all kinds of things, including adhesives, embellishments, stamp sets, and gift certificates. So how do you earn your tickets? Basically, there's different numbers of tickets you can earn for this sweet stamping summer promotion. And again, this is exclusive to me, Tanya Reed at Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot. If you attend one of my regular events during this promotion time, so between June 21st and September 5th, That would be an example of my monthly card class, which is also called the Fun Bunch Stamp Club, Happy Hand Stamp Class, Let's Kit Together, or Sweet Tea Stampers Create Together, whether it be in person or via Zoom, because some of these events like the Let's Kit Together or Sweet Tea Stampers Create Together on Zoom, that would also count. You're going to get a ticket in the bucket. If you comment on my Facebook posts or my Facebook Lives made between today and September 5th, either here on my Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot or in my Facebook group, Sweet Tea Stampers Community. Make sure you're following those and joining those groups to make sure you get notifications that I am live or making posts. When you make comments, just like Sherry and Cheryl have already done today, your name will go in the bucket with a ticket. Placing orders with me, starting out with a minimum of 30. If you get a $30 order, you're going to get 1 ticket. A $50 order, you're going to get 2 tickets. And a minimum order of $100 is going to give you 5 tickets. And then if you come to an event and bring a new friend to one of my events, you're going to get 3 tickets. If you attend a special event, so I just announced this week, all the details are now posted on my website. The Christmas in July class is an example of a special event. It's not a normal event. It's something I do on the occasion, or like stamp camps or Stampin' Bingo Night. Again, these events that fall between June 21st and September 5th, if you attend those, you're going to get 3 tickets. So special events get 3 tickets. And then throughout the summer, we're going to have special ordering days. So as an example, today with the free shipping, if you place an order with me for today's free shipping, you're going to get a bonus 5 tickets for ordering on those special days. So I'm doing the first one today is the kickoff of summer, of course. And then throughout the rest of the summer between June 21st and September 5th, I will announce at least 3 more ordering days so you can get 5 more tickets for placing orders on those special days. So a lot to take in, and I will post a picture of this information, but also if you're on my email, I emailed it out yesterday with a little customer email. If you're not on my email and you would like to be on my emails, I send out emails 1 to 2 times a week, but usually about 1 if you average it out throughout the month. But sometimes when there's fun promotions or quick things that are happening, I might send an extra bonus email. But this is kind of a fun thing I'm doing all summer long, and I'm excited and I'm ready to fill this bucket with tickets. So the first thing you can do, of course, to get a ticket is make a comment on today's Facebook Live, and then plan to come to my classes or place orders. Just fun times to fill the bucket with tickets. And each week when I do a Facebook Live, I will show you how many tickets are in the bucket. This bucket was from my son's end of year party. And so I asked him if I could use it for a promotion for the summer. So he said, sure, Mom. All right, so let me keep going, and I'm done with all my announcements, and then I'm gonna now stamp a project with you. Let's leave this up here and not forget about some of these little things. Free shipping being probably the most critical today, because again, everybody likes to save on shipping cost. All right, so for today's project, I'm gonna be using my products that I used during my June Stamp of the Month class. So I used the products from He's the Man Suite. They are in the regular catalog on page 78 and page 79. And one of my most favorite things about this suite of products is actually the designer series paper. This is considered a specialty designer series paper. Just a little tip about looking in the catalog and when you are looking to buy things is that right now, when you look at a suite and there's a designer paper, they're going to give you the colors that are featured in the paper right here. There's a little thumbnail swatch here. And so my hint to you is to make sure you have some of these ink colors or all of them, maybe some markers or blends if they're available, and also some cardstock in these colors. That's going to make your creating very easy to coordinate with the designer series paper. If you like it. And of course, getting the stamp set and the dies. This die set called All That Dies is probably one of my favorite hidden gems. Even if you don't want the stamp set, the dies are awesome because they're mostly label dies. So There's a lot of fun little label pieces in here that could pair with many stamp sets. There's even some banner dies, but there's some really fun label pieces that would work beyond just the He's All That stamp set, the masculine stamp set. So if you just want to buy the die set, I say go for it, because it is, if you don't care to have the He's All That stamp set, the die set is definitely worth having, just to have lots of label die pieces that are a great size for a lot of our greetings throughout the catalog. Just a little tip from me on that. All right, so let's show you some of the paper up close. Again, I mentioned it's a specialty designer series paper, and the main reason it is because it has this fun piece that has a lot of labels, and these just punch out. They're not adhesive, they're not double-sided, but they're all kinds of shapes and greetings. There's cheers to all your years, hooray, you're a champ, looking sharp, you're stronger than you know, you're flipping awesome with the little grill tools, strong and courageous, a grill, all kinds of little pieces that can be punched out to help create your masculine cards. So that's actually what's going to be featured on my card today, is some of these pieces and parts for my card. Now I will share that this card was part of my Stamp of the Month class, and I'm not going to share all the projects that I did, but I'm going to share this card, and then I'm going to show you the 3D projects that we put together. All right, I have some questions. I'm sorry I missed. Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining. How many prizes will be rewarded in September? There will be at least 6 prizes, but there could be more. It really depends on how many tickets get put in the bucket. So I'm going to kind of judge it by how many tickets are in there. So, but at least 6 prizes, and it'll be an assortment of different things like adhesives, embellishments, stamp sets, and gift certificates. So hopefully that answered your question, but lots of opportunities to get your name in the bucket. So, all right, so that's the elements of this piece here, and that's what makes it a specialty pack, is that it has all these punch out pieces. So you would just need some adhesive to glue them down. See, some of mine have fallen off because I've been moving this paper around a lot. And then there's several other pieces in the paper. And, you know, if you have someone that's a grill master, a suit and tie kind of guy, antique or vintage car kind of guy, or motorcycle, that's on there. This is more of an Argyle print. And if you've got someone that's into camping and RVing, that's a fun print there. And then on the back of these, of course, and you get 2 of all of these. So you get 2 of the regular 12 by 12 prints, and then you get 2 of the label piece sheets, the punch out die cut pieces. So that's what's in the pack. And it is $15, because that's what our specialty designer paper is now priced at, $15. But it's 12 by 12, and you get 2 of each of these prints and 2 of the label sheets as well. So it's still a normal size pack, and it's $15. So, all right. So let me pull the card over and some of the other elements of it. So this is the card I made as one of my samples for my class, and everyone that participated in the class, whether it was in person here in the studio or a to-go version, everybody got a half a pack of the designer series paper. So everybody got a full sheet of the labels that I just showed you and 1 piece of each of the paper. They also got a full roll of the linen thread, and then a full pack of the rustic metallic dots that coordinate with the suite. Now, and then of course I provided them all the pieces in cardstock for their cards that they made to their liking, because if you wanted to change out some of the elements or pieces, or if you didn't have the stamp set necessarily, you could change it out with something you did have. So that's what makes the Stamp of the Month class kind of cool. And also they had the option of buying the stamp set and die set if they wanted to have it for themselves. So, and again, like I said, I like the stamp set, but I love the die set. So, all right, so what we're gonna do is start with the base that's basic black, and I chose that because it is one of the colors in the suite and the designer series paper. And on the inside, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a simple layer of basic white because obviously with basic black cardstock, you can't really write on it unless you have a special gel pen or metallic pen. So I like to put a layer that's 4 by 5 1/4 to just easily go right inside. Now, on this card, I chose the piece here that is from the die cut sheet that looks like ripped out notebook paper. There's also another element on the sheet that looks kind of like this. So I'm going to use this one on this sample that I'm making now. I next did a layer of soft succulent cardstock, and that's going to go for the front. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rotate this one and do this one horizontal, and I'm going to build off of this right here. So I am going to do one that says nope, not that one. I like this one. I'm never lost. With you, I'm never lost. And so that's going to be my main element on the card. Some of the fun elements that you can use for the dies, I pre-punch or pre-cut them out that are in, this is Cajun Craze, so these are a couple of the shapes. That's not necessarily going to work very well with this unless I take it and split it apart, which is what I think I'm going to do on this one. Because you've got a little accent piece of Cajun Craze there, but this die cut piece is fairly large, so what I'm going to do is cut that in half and split it apart behind my die cut piece, just so you can see more of it. And then I am going to stamp in the background on this piece of soft succulent. I'm going to stamp the stamp that says, "Every day with you is another adventure." Okay, and I realized I left my Stampin' mat over at the other table, so I'll just pull that out right here. Sorry, I left it over there. I was stamping this past weekend and left it at the big table, so we'll just grab this in the interim. So we'll stick this on a block every day. It's got the compass rose on there, and I'm just going to stamp that in the background, soft succulent. Tone on tone. Just randomly stamp it on there. Just kind of fill up some space, and again right in the middle I'm going to have the die cut piece, so I don't really need to fill in the middle there. Thanks for joining me, everybody, live, doing a little masculine guy card. Sometimes it's difficult to do these, but this pack of paper really does an awesome job of making it very easy. All right, and then I'm going to get some of my linen thread, and I have some scraps here, and I'm going to see if I can make that work around this a little bit, because I ended up with all these little pieces of it left over. So I'm just going to take a couple of my scraps of it. Now I could grab some other and wrap it around. I'm just going to lay, like I literally have little scraps, and I'm just going to lay them in here like this. And then have another bigger scrap, and I'm going to just tie some knots to create a little bundle of linen thread. So nothing crazy, but just using up those little scrap pieces. A lot of times the little teeny ones that are like an inch or two, I usually just toss, but for some reason I left them with my bundle of linen thread. So I figured I would just use them on this. Of course, now I can't tie this on camera. There we go. And for a masculine card, I tend not to do bows. I just do knots. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it kind of messy right this second, but as I get all the elements on here, and I don't want to cover up that star actually. I like that star being exposed up top. So let's flip it around to the bottom. There we go. And then this, I will say this layer is gonna go on here, so I'm just gonna do that down flat with some adhesive, my mono glue. So I do have a couple of bonus projects to show you, again, when I'm done stamping this card, which I'm almost done, because all I stamped was the background, and then I'm using the elements from the designer series paper to create my focal point. So let's move this over, and I'm gonna use my Stampin' Seal here and put these little, the split apart label here so it pokes out a little further than it would normally. Like that. I just put some Stampin' Seal on the back of there. And then we're going to do our layout here. So let's go ahead and pop up this piece. I like to, when I have ribbon or a thread or something, I do like to pop the piece up because I feel like it does better with dimensionals versus just trying to lay it flat with glue or another adhesive or dots or something. I feel like the dimensionals do a little better. And a bigger piece like this, I do like to do a piece in the middle just so it doesn't sink in the middle. And I am going to trim up this linen thread in just a minute. Oh, I feel like I'm way off camera. Here we go. Let's lift that up a little bit now that we're assembling. And then the Never Lost piece, I'm going to just use some more dimensionals on the back of that. I'm using the end of my sheet here, so I have to trim down all my little pieces so I can use my dimensionals around the edge. Never throw those away. And so I put a couple on the back of there. And we're going to stick that right there. And then we're going to trim up the tails of the linen thread so that they're close to all the same. Some may be a little bit longer. That's okay. But I don't like the very, very long ones. And then last thing will be to put a little bit of our rustic metallic dots. Find a couple. You can put a couple of those on here just to add a little bling, but it's kind of a muted bling. So I'll take a big one, stick it right there, a couple of small ones. I don't know where I want to put this one, maybe right there. All right, so that's that version. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just did this one on a whim, again, letting the designer series paper do the work. So this was the first version I made. Again, then I made a horizontal version. So the designer paper really does the work with these fun labels and elements and pieces that you can just create to your heart's content. It makes it super easy. Yeah, so thank you. Just picking the colors that coordinate with the paper also is a great tip. Let me show you a couple of the other things we did for the class. So one of the other things I got to do was create a little box, a gift box. This actually will fit cards and envelopes inside if you wanted to give someone some cards and stuff. But again, I just used some of the designer paper, the linen thread, and then some of the labels from the designer series paper pack, and kept it simple. And this is a belly band, so it slides off and on so that you can easily open and close the box. And of course, you can fill this with small gifts. These are available in the regular catalog. They're called a craft gift box. And that was one of the pieces that we created for the class. And then we did a little photo frame, and some of you may have seen this on my personal page. We took an acrylic little 5x7 photo frame, and again, used some of the colors of the cardstock that coordinates with the designer series paper, and then I just used some of the elements of the pop outs or die cuts. And then this is stamped from the stamp set. The stamp right there, he's all that, and just die cut that out. So those were some of the fun projects we did, and including some other, we had a couple more card designs. Oh, Carrie asked what's a belly band. I've always heard this called a belly band that goes around packaging. and I don't know, that's just what I call it. So it's just a piece of designer paper, but you could also do cardstock. And I tend to keep it so that it doesn't adhere to the box itself. It's just the paper adhered to itself. That way it can slide on and off. And then of course you can position it in the center. You could position it to one side or the other, whatever project you have. So hopefully that makes sense and is a decent explanation. I'm sure it's not a proper term, but that's what I've always called those, is belly bands, when you're putting it around a project like that. So, all right, everybody. Well, happy shopping today. Don't forget that today only is free shipping on orders that are $75 or more. And you can hop on my website, tanyareed.stampinup.net. You can use my host code if you like. I will put a link to that at the description of this. Oh, you need a belly band for your belly. I think, well, I will say me too. And I actually had one when I was pregnant to help support my baby belly. And it was kind of fun. But anyway, that's another subject. So don't forget about the sweet Stampin' Summer promotion that I introduced yesterday, and it starts today. And a lot of you just earned some tickets that will go in the bucket because you made comments on the Facebook Live today. And of course, anyone that does any of the things I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, or if you're on my email list, I sent out the information about it yesterday as well to all my customers, and it runs beginning today until September 5th. So hopefully you can earn lots of tickets with me. And I'm going to give lots of prizes out the week of September 6th. So that's when summer officially ends for my household, because the kids go back to school. So, but all summer long, I'll be putting tickets in the bucket and giving tickets for different things. So if you want more information, make sure you're on my email list. And if you're not, then I can definitely send you that. I just sent it out yesterday, so I don't mind forwarding it again to you. And thanks everybody for joining. I look forward to, again, next Tuesday, the 28th, or is it the 28th? No, yes. Next Tuesday, the 28th, I will be live for a Facebook Let's Do Lunch at noonish, right around noon on Tuesday, the 28th. And then July will be a little bit adjusted because of summer camp obligations and a little family vacation. So thanks everybody for joining today, and I hope to stamp with you soon. Bye-bye.